Well, long time no see. Last time we were harrowing this field. In the same field, we got it seeded, fertilized, harrowed. Fertilized, seeded, call it harrowed, and then now we're stone rolling. And I haven't got any time lapse of this new 40-foot roller yet this year. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Time lapse time.
Showed up here when the sun went down, hit it hard, kicked it off right. You think by now we'd be heading out, hanging it up.
I wonder why that's unhooked. Oh, yeah, I guess that's why. Totally not leaking fluid. Well, as you just seen in the last clip, the old 8670 Genesis tractor had a hole in the tire and started leaking fluid and air coming out. So now we're in this New Holland T6070. Cab's kind of dirty. This is a tour tractor and it's our last resort because our T7 looks like this. Yep, that's right. That's the transmission just out of the tractor, and that's the whole tractor just in pieces. Yeah, we don't know what happened. Just found metal in the hydraulic oil, and then yeah, that's all we really know at the moment. But yeah, we're giving her in our last resort tractor. I guess we have to four-wheel drive, but let me go around the stone pile and then I'll explain why we use that thing back there if you don't know why people use it. So if you can see, there's all those little rocks. Sometimes there's big ones like basketball size and up that you normally want to hit with the stone pick. Get with the stone picker. If you don't know what a stone picker is, scroll down to last spring's seeded videos and you'll see how to use a stone picker, because I'm not going to get any more stone picker time this year and stone picking is kind of boring. But see over there how the ground's nice and flat? If you just left it like this, the ground be really rough. And if you're cutting like with anything real close to the ground, you can get rocks in your combine. You don't want that. And you break like with the swather, you'll break knives or whatever. And if you're cutting this for like green feed or something, you'll break the knives on the disc spine if you don't touch it. Some crops it's okay, but where we are, we just don't roll because, well, depends on the person, but if you're seeing canola, sometimes you want stone roll, but we have never done canola before, but it feels like we would stone roll because we have some pretty rocky fields and it gets really rough. And if there's those big ones that don't get picked, at least if you get it down a ways more, then you're not gonna hit it with anything. And it kind of just flats the ground up pretty good. Our old roller used to do a lot more compaction. This one kind of just like rolls over and pushes it in. At a higher rate of speed, it does a better job of just hitting the rocks and kind of leveling off that dirt. But at this 6.2, it's probably doing roughly the same thing. But with the other tractor, I was running like 7 miles an hour, roughly. But this one has a loader. And this field's a little bit rougher, and with the water you bounce around. There's a lot more of those tiny rocks like that, kind of really bounce. So you want to kind of get them in the ground. So the slower you go, the better. This tractor is a lot lighter than the other one that I was running, because when you turn around in like 10th gear like I am, going like 6.2 mile an hour, it'll like, you can feel the roller back there and it'll kind of like push you around a bit. But if you go in the 9th, you're fine. As you see, like, if it wasn't for the load on this tractor, it'd be even lighter. So, but yeah, this is a rock ridge. Like, you just see all the little rocks. And the roller's just pushing them down fairly smooth, leaving them pretty good. Like this spring, if you watched the video a couple videos back, it was called fertilizing and stone rolling the corn ground. We stone rolled the corn ground ahead of the corn planter, and he just like no-till, technically no-till conditions into it. But with this roller, we were going like 7 miles an hour on that field, and we were just hitting those rocks in. So the dirt was fairly soft, so when the corn came up, like it just only like, corn's only maybe that tall in places, sometimes it's not, at least it's not even out of the ground yet. But right there you see all that dust under the roller. And places in ground too. So like right there you see that little strip that never was smooth. Actually the ground is actually like rolling in front of the roller. See right here, it's like, look at all that. You need to get like a rock rake or something, but like, I don't like that. Like you'd be out here for years picking those. And then there's done. But that was like stone on. And there, that's how the finished product looks like when you're all in. I'm gonna bring you guys back when I'm done the field, and we're done. Once we're on this field, we are done cultivating, harrowing, seeding, stone rolling for 2021. Might have to come out here and pick the odd stone that never got crushed, rolled down. Then, yeah, talk to you guys when I'm done this field. Dad's gonna finish up rolling 2021.